comedian Eric Tartaglione joining us here in studio. Eric, good morning.
Good morning, Damon. And you pronounced the name right.
Well, I'm Italian too, so.
I know. Your name isn't too easy either, but you got it right.
How many times do you get that misspelled or mispronounced? I mean, people butcher my name all the time.
6 or 7 times a day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I tell the telemarketers, if you can pronounce it, I'll buy.
I'll listen. I won't hang up on you right now.
It never works. They can never do it.
I don't know why people don't just slow down. I mean, I guess it's because when you're used to Johnsons and Smiths and Jacksons, it's hard to slow down. But for my name, it's all phonetic. And I had a gym teacher that dropped the first letter and the last letter off my name. So it was no A at the beginning, no A at the end. He just called me, instead of Amendolara, Mandalar. I'm like, that's not even close. Not even close. Tartaglione's not that tough if you just slow down.
I know, but nobody slows down. Mandalar, you sound like a Uruguay soccer player. Go!
Go! Chicharito. So I was just talking to you in the break. You're actually wearing a New York Mets fantasy camp golf polo.
Yes, I am.
So you went to the Mets fantasy camp.
I am that big of a Met fan. I went to Mets fantasy camp. For those of you who don't know, fantasy camps are where middle-aged men pay a lot of money to play against the old pros.
Yeah.
Apparently, my fantasy is to pay $4,800 to look like a jackass. Okay? that's
Is it $4,800, huh?
It's about that.
For the week?
For the week.
Okay, so you go down to Florida and you live there?
You live there for the week. Most everything's included with that money. You don't get the airfare isn't, but you go down, you live there the whole week, and you wind up meeting all your favorites, all the guys you idolized. I was on Mookie Wilson's team, the Shakers Forever. Todd Pratt, the Pratt Pack, I played with them.
They're your managers.
Yes, they wind up drafting you. My brother and I, Mark, went down, and they draft you. And you go on the team and you play on the team for the week, and they're your manager.
What are they drafting you based on? Your Little League stats?
I hadn't played baseball since 1973. I get there last year. The first person throwing a live ball at me since then was Mookie Wilson. Could you imagine? It's impossible. And I'm like, I couldn't. My knees were knocking. I can't swing the bat. It's awful. But they do. They check out your abilities.
Oh, so you have like a scouting report, like a combine.
Yeah, right. They wind up doing that. Right, like a combine. Right.
And so do you know where you get drafted? Is it like on the playground where it's like, I'll take that guy, I'll take that guy?
They wind up doing it. Well, now they do it out loud. They'll announce the team. And my brother and I go stay together, and they'll let you do that when you have like a brother or somebody.
Wow.
And they do. So, and we did pretty well.
Can that kill your confidence if like you're the last guy picked at fantasy camp?
I have absolutely no confidence. There's nothing that could kill it because it doesn't exist. But what gets me is, and I just got to say this to everybody out there, we play double headers every day. 7-inning games. Okay. I'm running the bases, and I can run from third to home at 57 years old without pulling both hamstrings.
Big.
Thank you, Mr. Tanaka. I have no idea. I watched that. I couldn't believe it. The man is 29 years old making millions of dollars, and he couldn't run from third to home? He couldn't. I'm 57. I'm paying them. I pay them, and I score without a problem. It's unbelievable to me. I couldn't, and that didn't shock anybody. And people saying, well, he's not used to running the bases. He's a professional athlete. He's a professional athlete. He can't run 90 feet?
No. Come on. No, without pulling something.
I mean, come on.
Eric Tartaglione joins us in studio. Is it true you have a background in medicine?
Yeah, I was an X-ray tech.
You were an X-ray tech?
Yes, I was. You wouldn't believe it.
That was your first career?
Right. You wouldn't believe the things I said. We had a guy come in one time. I swear to God. Man had a light bulb shoved up his cum si chiama. I swear to God. And it didn't break. It didn't break. I know. I X-rayed him. I had to do a lower abdomen film. I wish I had it to show you. On the X-ray, it looked like his pelvis had a good idea. You wouldn't believe what you see. Absolutely no idea.
Oh, that's awful.
Oh, it was awful.
What other stuff did you see as an X-ray technician?
A pickle. Yeah, the pickle. They wanted me to X-ray the pickle. Now, look. They tried to teach us bedside manner. Damon, what do you say to somebody who's just become intimate with a kosher dill? I didn't know what to do. I said, sir, I know. I, too, have difficulty keeping my vegetables fresh. I understand. What was I going to... It's just ridiculous.
So how long did you do that for?
On and off for 20 years.
Wow. And then did you decide to get into comedy right from then?
Yeah, I was an actor first. I was so bad that I just got disgusted. I said, let me take a comedy class at Governor's in Long Island, which I will be headlining this weekend, by the way. At Governor's Comedy Club in Levittown, Long Island, one of the top clubs in the country. I took a comedy class, and within 5 years, I was doing Vegas, and I've been working ever since. And it's been fantastic. And now I work with Vic and Vic's manager, Russell Best, and I work with them.
Were you the type of guy when you were an X-ray technician that would make people laugh? Did you have bits back then?
People always say that. They say, well, aren't you funny at work? How was I going to be? It's a hospital. I could do. Bust into the ER with a tuxedo. Hey, two Jews walk into a bar. I'll tell you. It's tough to be funny. But yeah, I tried here and there. I did try to inject a little humor because, what are you doing? You're serving the public. And, you want to feel like you're doing something more than just getting a paycheck.
Yeah.
So besides the job itself, I tried to be, but it's tough. With people with pickles and various, we used to have a collection. X-ray techs have collections. One guy had a pen, and he swore he didn't know it was there.
Tough to believe.
Yeah.
Is it people swallowing stuff, too?
Swallowing. Obviously the mental patients, yes, they're going to swallow and whatnot. But to tell you the truth, I worked at a mental hospital. It was a lot easier than working at I worked at St. John's Episcopal Hospital in Queens. It was a lot easier to work at the mental hospital because the mental patients are under control. In the city, there's so many, or in the public, there's so many, and they're not under control. Yeah. They're walking the streets. So I've had my wallet stolen. I've had all kinds of stuff. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
That's crazy. So you also are a dad, right?
Yeah. My daughter's another Met fan. I said to her, listen, okay, make your kids Yankee fans. I said, listen.
Don't do what I did to you.
Right. You know what she says to me? She says, no, you ruined my life. Yeah. Now I'm going to ruin theirs.
Yeah.
She's got a Mets tattoo on the back of her neck.
So she's diehard.
She's got tattoos everywhere. I can't stand it. They're trying to get me to get them.
And?
I had stupid friends. What they say to me? Mr. Tartaglione, why don't you get something that means something to you on your arm? I'm middle-aged. What am I going to get? My CVS rewards card on this arm. Picture of my blood pressure medication on this one. It's ridiculous. Come on. It's ridiculous. No, but she's a diehard. We have a brick. There are bricks that they have outside the stadium.
Yeah.
We have our own brick that we have in the stadium. We rub it every time we go to the game. We rub it. We're diehards.
Yeah. You ever feel like you wish you could dig that out and throw it at the team?
You know
at this
what?
point?
You say that, but you know what though? It's been more fun than it hasn't been. It's easy to pile on. Believe me, it is. And I'm more frustrated than anybody because I go all the time. I walk around. I got my jersey, my personalized jersey, everything. You know what? Just enjoy your life. you gotta develop perspective when you're a Met fan.
If you root for a losing team, and there's a lot of fans out there listening right now to losing teams, it's just basically about when you realize you're never going to see a championship or very few real nice moments, you realize, you know what? Just live your life.
That's basically
the best thing we can say.
You're forced to develop perspective. I was at I saw them win twice. I'm an old man. I saw them win twice. 69, I was at the game when Ron Swoboda made the diamond catch. And I played against him in fantasy camp.
And how do you do it against you?
No, I was out in right field. My brother's pointing at me. I says, I'm in right field now, and Swoboda's up. If you had told me that at some point in life, it's just like an alternate universe.
Yeah, brain exploding.
Yeah, exactly. It was fantastic. I actually got a hit off of one of his pitchers who was a former pro. And I actually got a hit off him, and I was real excited. And he was all mad. I pissed Ron Swoboda off with my baseball prowess. It was so great.
You said you knew when the Jets passed on Warren Sapp. You knew he was headed for big things.
Yeah, I said, because I followed both New York football teams, okay? And I said, okay, because I've watched it. I watched it with Marino. I watched that whole thing unfold that day when they didn't take him. And they were so smug about Ken O'Brien. And Ken O'Brien wound up to be a good quarterback.
Very good.
He did. He
very
was.
Good.
But
it wasn't Marino, but very good.
Of course not. And you knew it. And why? Because he smoked pot, Marino, and Warren Sapp, another one, smoked pot. Today, you open up a business, you smoke pot. I'm worried about it. So they're watching this, and the whole stadium, whatever, the whole Radio City is chanting, Sapp, Sapp, Sapp. The New York Jets draft tight end Kyle Brady. Everybody went nuts. And I said, Mr. Sapp, welcome to the Hall of Fame.
Here's your yellow jacket.
Here's your yellow jacket.
You're going to Canton right now.
You're going to Canton. Just don't even pass. Don't collect $200. Go right to Canton because the Jets passed on you. You have been anointed.
Eric Tartaglione joins us in studio. You often, part of your bits have been your Italian background.
Right.
And, you know, we don't have, you and I, Paisans, we don't have Italy playing in the World Cup, unfortunately. So, you know, how do you work in the Italian background into the...
Well, I mean, listen, you know what it is? I come from New York. There's a lot of Italian Americans. There's Italian Americans everywhere, more places than you think. I mean, just look at me. I guess you can't see. I have the map of Italy on my face. I'm just very Italian looking. And, you know, and you get, you know, you just look at it. You take it into perspective. I love being Italian. I really do. But I'm not going to be Italian that much longer because I'm getting old. And I'm going to be an old Italian man.
What's the best part about being an old Italian man?
Wearing black socks and sandals.
Yeah, it's good, huh?
Right? You'll be able to wife
play
beater.
Bocce.
Right. I'll be able to wear a wife beater and plaid shorts.
And nobody can say anything else.
Nobody can say anything. For some reason, I'm going to feel the need to hose down my driveway every morning.
Every day.
I don't know why, but it just doesn't work. Why? But they love it. And you know what? I'm starting to see little stuff on the ground, and I don't know. You know what? It's tough being Italian in other places. Someplace I followed the Mets to Minnesota a few years back.
Yeah.
Look at me. It's tough being a New York Guido in Minnesota. Everybody thought I was in the witness protection program.
Yeah, you were Henry Hill and Goodfellas.
Are they really able to hide these mafia guys out west anyway? Come on, look at me. I saw a special on this one time on TV. They give these guys the option when they go in the program of only changing their last name.
Nice.
Like that's going to help.
Yeah.
How you doing? I'm your new neighbor. My name's Mario. It's my wife, Angelina. It's my daughter, Conchetta. Here's my little son, Nunzio. We're the Wilsons.
Yeah, right, exactly.
Oh, it's just crazy.
That little Nunzio Wilson, man.
You know what?
He's real good at soccer. I don't know why. That's funny. So when you travel, can you get good Italian food around the country?
No. You can't get. No. There's just no outside. You go past when you get past. We go past the Delaware Water Gap. You get into they say America starts here. It starts there. Trust me. We live in our own world. New York, New Jersey, Connecticut. No. You can't get it. It's like noodles and ketchup. That's what they think. Spaghetti and meatballs. It's awful. It's awful.
When you're on the road, does your wife ever get, annoyed that you're always on the road? You're not around the house to do stuff?
No, she can't wait to get rid of me. But no, yeah, I mean, my wife is gorgeous, by the way. My wife is, we just went to Italy together. Had a beautiful gondola ride, had our own trip. Oh, it was just phenomenal. Now, my wife gets, look, men and women are just too different. She comes up with things I don't know. Things that come up with you never understand. She tells me she's got a thing called a girl crush. What the hell is that? All women have it, she says. She says she has it with her friend Diana. She goes, I'm not gay, but if I was, I'd have sex with Diana. I don't know. It's just like something about her. It don't mean that. They're just a girl crush. I told her, do guys have that? Like in my neighborhood, I couldn't imagine. Hey, you know what? I'm not gay, but if I was, I'd make out with Frankie the Nose. I really would. Somehow I can't imagine.
As he waters the sidewalk.
He's just watering the sidewalk. Somehow I don't know.
That's great. So where are you going to be performing next?
I will be at Governor's in Levittown, New York, govs.com, govs.com, for 2 consecutive weekends at Levittown, the Levittown location, this coming Friday and Saturday, June 29th and 30th, and one of their sister clubs, the Brokerage, which is in Belmore, July 6th and 7th.
Very cool. And then all of your information also, your calendar, your bio, everything is going to be online at etcomic.com. Your initials.
Right, my initials. Very good. Yes, ET, because nobody can spell Tartaglione except for you. Nobody can say it or spell it, so it's etcomic.com.
I will imagine if you wanted to get erictartaglione.com, it's probably available.
Oh, no. I have it.
Oh, you do?
I have it. It's just nobody can say it. Nobody can do it. So, yeah, nobody can say it. So it's just me. So.
And soon you'll be a Wilson.
Could you imagine how much easier my life would be?
You're moving to Tucson. You're going to become a Wilson. Eric Wilson right here. That is so cool. Go to etcomic.com.